Hi, my name is Peter Clary. I'm a faculty research assistant at Oregon State University's eMapper lab, and I'm going to very briefly go over the RGB change option in the Landtrend Google Earth Engine application. From this window here, just simply click the button and you'll get a list of options to choose from. Over on the right-hand side, there's some usage documentation that goes over what these options do. And I'm just going to walk through this process as I would if I was going to generate some imagery, but talk along the way. So the first thing I would do is I'm going to select the years in which I want to observe change. And I'm just going to do it starting in 2017, and then the middle year will be 2018, and the last year will be 2019. And these are going to be color-coded for red, green, blue. I'll get more into that once I load some imagery. Next, we have some masks. So these are options in which if you want to remove something from the imagery, such as snow, clouds, or water, or non-forest. Next, we have longitude and latitude. So this is going to be the center point from which the imagery will be generated. And so you can manually put in coordinates, or you can just click on the map and it will auto-populate for you. The buffer is the extent of the image around the coordinates for which to generate imagery. So 50 kilometers from the center point is a pretty big area. I'm going to drop it down to 10 so it loads a little bit faster. I think I already clicked there. I'll just click there again. You can see it updated again. There's also this draw option if you have an irregular shape you want to capture your imagery in. You just click that and then you just start drawing your polygon and close it. And then any imagery you add will be within the extent of this polygon. If you want to remove the polygon and go back to the previous options using the pixel buffer, just unselect it and you're ready to go. And so I'm just going to add RGB imagery. I'm going to add delta imagery. And the delta imagery is a difference image from, in this case, red to green. So our red to green years are 2017 and 2018. And it's just going to give you an image that shows you how the magnitude and direction has changed from one image to the next, where positive values will be white and negative values will be black. So our image is loading, flew us to the location in which I clicked, and you can see the image is loading up here. You can change the transparency, and I'm going to put the transparency of the delta to 0 so we can see the RGB image more clearly. So you can deselect them and change the transparency. And here's our RGB image, and you can see that it's a lot of gray, black, and whites. And that kind of grayscale color tells us that there hasn't been any change for these 3 years for those pixels where you see gray, black, or white. And the gray, black, and white is really just telling you what the reflectance value is. So places where you see white, that means it has a high reflectance value. And places where you see black, it has a low reflectance value. But where you see places where you have actual color, such as yellow and red in this case, those are places where a change has occurred. And you can think of it like where you ever see red, and red is our first year. That means that the reflectance in the first year is much higher than the reflectance in the following years, which could be construed as something changed, say a forest, there was a harvest or something. And that's how you get the red, and some similar for yellow. So that would say, so when we add red and green together, we get the color yellow. And so that means we had a higher reflectance in the first 2 years, but in the last year, there wasn't as high as a reflectance, and that's how we get that yellow color. The delta imagery shows change from one year to the next. And this is our 2017 to 18 imagery. So it's going to show change from 17 to 18. And so we can see places where we had an increase in the delta or positive value and decreases in these black regions. And if you look at places where we have red, you'll notice that they will be symbolized as black in the delta image. That's pretty much it for it, since I'm running out of time. And there'll be more videos to come. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.